Hello guys, in this video we will be discussing second step of cellular respiration, which is the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle, which is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle, because citrate is produced during this cycle and citrate contains 3 carboxyl group, hence the name tricarboxylic acid cycle. Next name is citric acid cycle because citric acid is the another name of citrate. So therefore Krebs cycle or tricarboxylic cycle or citric acid cycle, we can use any name. Krebs cycle is used to generate energy through oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A. It takes place in mitochondria of eukaryotes and cytosol of prokaryotes. In previous video we studied about glycolysis pathway, in which glucose was converted into pyruvate, 2 molecules of pyruvate. One glucose was converted into 2 molecules of pyruvate. Here we'll be studying what happens further. So pyruvate will be converted to acetyl coenzyme A in presence of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. During this reaction, NAD plus will be reduced to NADH and a carbon dioxide molecule will be released. Hence, this 3 carbon molecule pyruvate will be converted to 2 carbon molecule acetyl coenzyme A. Now, this 2 carbon molecule acetyl coenzyme A will react with oxaloacetate, which is a 4 carbon molecule. This oxaloacetate is found in the matrix of mitochondria. Since this reaction is taking place in mitochondria, we'll be getting oxaloacetate in matrix of mitochondria. This acetyl coenzyme A will come and react with oxaloacetate and it will give citrate in presence of enzyme citrate synthase. During this reaction, coenzyme A will be released. Citrate, which is a 6 carbon molecule, because acetyl coenzyme A was 2 carbon molecule and oxaloacetate was 4 carbon molecule. 4 plus 2, 6. Now this citrate will be converted to its isomeric form isocitrate in the presence of aconitase enzyme. Isocitrate will be converted to alpha ketoglutarate in presence of isocitrate dehydrogenase. During this reaction, NAD plus will be reduced to NADH and a carbon dioxide molecule will be released. Hence, 6 carbon molecule isocitrate will be converted to 5 carbon molecule alpha ketoglutarate. Now, this alpha ketoglutarate will be converted to succinyl coenzyme A in presence of alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. During this reaction, a coenzyme A will be added, NAD plus will be reduced to NADH and a carbon dioxide molecule will be released. Hence, 5 carbon molecule will be converted into 4 carbon molecule. Now, this 4 carbon molecule succinyl coenzyme A will be converted to succinate in presence of succinyl coenzyme A synthase. During this reaction, this coenzyme A will be released and the GTP will be formed. Now, succinate will convert into fumarate in presence of succinate dehydrogenase. During this reaction, the electron which is produced will be taken by the Q, which is electron receiving molecule, and this QH2 will be converted into FADH2. This fumarate will be converted into malate in the presence of enzyme fumarase. During this reaction, a water molecule is added. Now, malate, which is also a 4 carbon molecule, will be converted to oxaloacetate in presence of malate dehydrogenase, and here again NAD plus will be reduced to NADH. So oxaloacetate is formed and again the cycle will repeat. Now let's come to the result. Here in this cycle, 1 NAD, 1 NAD, 1 NAD. That means 3 NADH are produced. 3 NADH are produced. QH2 will be converted to FADH2. That means 1 FADH2 is produced. 1 GTP is produced during conversion of succinyl coenzyme A into succinate. So 1 GTP and 2 carbon dioxide molecule are released. 2 carbon dioxide molecule. Because during glycolysis, 1 glucose will be converted to 2 pyruvate. Hence, 2 pyruvate will be converted to 2 acetyl coenzyme A. Therefore, this cycle will be running twice. So the result will be twice. So the final result will be 6 NADH molecule 2 FADH2, 2 GTP and 4 carbon dioxide molecule. Now all these products will enter the electron transport chain, about which I will be discussing in the next video. Thank you guys.